Welcome and thank you for tuning in to episode number 24 of 10 Tesla Topics, your show for Tesla related news, rumors, and stories. My name is Max Maurice, and today's show is for Saturday, April 15th, 2017. Topics discussed today are the following: Tesla's seats are changing. Elon surprises us with a few tweets. The absolute horrendous parking conditions at Tesla. The Model S is a stable car, even once you sell it. And getting closer to the final unveil of the Model 3. Topic number 1 comes from Teslarati. Now, you could love this decision Tesla made, or you could hate it. Tesla has discontinued the glossy black seat backs on the Model X as of this month. The hard plastic seats were really a hit or miss depending on who you asked. It was either a cherry on top for the already beautiful seats, or the worst decision Tesla could have made for a vehicle intended for families with small children who would, ultimately end up scratching them and covering them with smudges and fingerprints. Yin from the Tesla Motors Club forum described the differences between the old glossy black seats versus the new matte black seats quite well. Have a listen. So he says, we have the matte in our S and the gloss in our X, so I feel like I can give a good summary and comparison, which is true. He says, our matte is scratched up severely and shows the grooves and looks horrendous. Our matte feels less fragile and more durable, resulting in us treating them with less care, most likely resulting in the above. The matte backs feel less slippery with no noticeable effect on anything. He goes, our gloss has fingerprints and footprints all over it and looks horrendous. Our gloss feels more fragile and less durable, resulting in us treating them with the utmost care to prevent scratching, most likely resulting in the lack of scratches. The gloss back feels more slippery with no noticeable effect on anything. My wife prefers the matte backs and dislikes the gloss backs. This may be due to our S having glossy dark ash wood trim, and it would be just a lot of shiny surfaces. I'm in the reverse. I think the gloss black, I keep switching up the words. The gloss backs add a nice touch to the car, and it feels more luxurious. This may also be because of our X has the matte obeche, not too sure how to pronounce that word, but the obeche wood that softens and warms the car a little bit, so the extra gloss doesn't seem as cold or hard. He finishes off by saying, in summary, they don't matter. It's a thing you can dive into while waiting for your car, but it won't really change your experience. I suppose to some this may matter, but to me it's very much a shrug, #first world problems. So yeah, in the end, the seat back material is a personal preference and is really determined by the Model X owner's lifestyle. As in kids, dogs, no dogs, constantly hauling things around. You get the point. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, here's a side-by-side comparison of the discontinued glossy Model X seats and the newest matte black seats. What one would you prefer? For me, it's hard to say. And I think you really need to see them in person to really appreciate them. Topic number 2 comes from Teslarati. So as Musk frequently does, he dropped a few hints about upcoming products over Twitter, one of which revealed plans for the Tesla Roadster as a convertible, which is, for me, a little confusing because the term Roadster already means convertible, right? There are so many synonyms in the car world. For example, Spider is another one, like the Ferrari 458 Italia Spider, to name one. Anyways, the next generation Roadster will also be the company's quickest vehicle within its fleet, capable of smashing the 0 to 60 miles per hour time, the 2.3 seconds barrier set by the current king of the hill, the ludicrous Plus Model S P100D. Now, we know that because Musk has confirmed in the past that Tesla's next generation Roadster will be equipped with maximum played mode, which takes the existing top-of-the-line ludicrous plus mode one step further. Elon also announced on Twitter that the Tesla, is it semi or semi? I say semi. Anyways, semi-truck will be unveiled this September and will be, quote, seriously next level. He had previously spoken about the semi-truck that would be far better than anything on the road, and by reading into the statement, you can assume he's referring to level 4 or 5 autonomy for those semis. Now you might be thinking to yourself, forget about those fancy sport cars and those big trucks, I want my Model 3. Well, to reassure you, Musk previously stated that the Model 3 is the overwhelming priority. Topic number 3 comes from Teslarati. So Tesla's headquarters and factory apparently have horrendous parking conditions. Tesla is of course constantly growing, which is naturally good for consumers, shareholders, and sustainability initiatives, but it's not so good for employees who drive to work because there's just not enough parking spaces available to satisfy the demand. Elon even recently called Tesla's parking situation one of his biggest nightmares. As a matter of fact, Tesla encourages employees to take alternate forms of transportation to work. So that's public transportation, private shuttles that Tesla is providing. And if you ride your bike to work, you actually get a little financial compensation for that. Topic number 4 comes from Electrek. So if you weren't aware, Tesla doesn't follow the usual yearly model vehicle program like all other car manufacturers do. Instead, they upgrade their vehicles whenever a new tech is ready and can be also added to the value of existing cars whenever those upgrades happen. Yet, the retained value of used Model S sedans has held up better than any other EVs or vehicles in its segment. Autolist published a study last year that reflected just that. The firm has released another study looking at how fast used Teslas are moving after being listed and how close to the list price they are selling for. According to their report, Tesla's Model S takes on average 87 days to sell after being listed, and the sale price was on average 3 to 5% closer to the list price than most other vehicles. For the study, Alex Klein, VP of Data Science at Autolist, analyzed data from over 10 million vehicles and came to the conclusion that the Model S outperforms even the top-performing GM and Ford vehicles. And you guessed it, it also outperforms the vehicles in its own segment. Quote, as compared to its peer group, which includes the Audi A7, Porsche Panamera, BMW 6 Series, Mercedes-Benz CLS, and the Lexus LS 460, the Tesla Model S has seen prices trend between 3 and 5% above expectations for the past year. Klein also looked at how used Model S's prices vary across the 50 states and came up with 5 states where listings are cheaper than the national average. So technically, those states are where people have the best chances of finding cheaper used Tesla Model S's, but of course, Tesla also lists hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles on their website that you could check out yourself. And topic number 5 comes from Teslarati. Now, this is a very short topic, but it's a very important one. The final Part 3 unveiling event for Tesla's Model 3 will take place sometime in July. This was announced on Twitter once again by Elon. And this is the first time that we're getting a definitive month as opposed to the approximate time frame that Elon usually gives us. So I don't know about you, but it would be an absolute dream to attend that event. But until then, we'll just have to keep waiting on spy shots and leaks to find out more of the highly anticipated Model 3. Okay, so those are your 5 Tesla topics for Saturday, April 15th, 2017. For any questions, remarks, or even criticism, I encourage you to follow the show's Instagram and Twitter pages at 10 Tesla Topics. The links are in the description below. If you wish, you can also send me an email at 10teslatopics@gmail.com. That's TENTESLATOPICS@gmail.com. But be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube to never miss an episode, and feel free to comment down below if you have ever anything to say. We'll see you right here next Tuesday for the next show. Thank you for listening, and of course, have yourself a model excellent day.